Hey Taurus, welcome to my channel. And guys, welcome to your weekly read. This is for your upcoming week here, all right? So, how are you doing? Oh my gosh, I took a little bit of time off, which much needed time off a little bit this week here. I just really kind of stepped out for a while. I'm still on the tail end of it, but in any event, let's dive in. I'm curious to see what comes out for you. We're going to start off with the energy that's overlooking the whole read, and then we're going to go into a general read, career and finance. We're going to focus in on love, a little bit on that, and then we're going to go into any sort of advice on what you need to keep in mind in closing. All right, so let's dive in. This is going to kind of be everything. I'm going to be focusing in on my weeklies, at least at this moment, to include everything, guys, and let me know if this is something that you like. Okay, so with this in mind, let me pull a card here. What I need to do, what's going to be important for you here. I think I'm going to pull an oracle card. So let's go ahead and pull. Let's go ahead and pull this. Okay. So what comes through here? What comes through here for Taurus? What do we have for Taurus in their overlooking energy for the whole read that they need to keep in mind this week? What is it that we get? Okay. Put that aside. Okay. What do we get? Ooh, guys, commitment. All right. So this might have something to do with something between you and perhaps another person. Something's coming to fruition here, okay? It's a 36 card that actually reduces to a 9. And what I feel that this is an opportunity for me is like maybe there's a promise or fulfillment that's coming through. Look at this. It's like two people that are kind of like they're touching hands. Yeah, maybe that you're entering into a partnership at this time between you and another person, whether it's romantic or otherwise. But remember that your partnership with spirit, the highest version of your own self, is actually the highest. Okay, this is that will engage the highest self within another. Okay, so really just focusing in on you is going to be key. The responsibility of the heart, the body, the mind, and the soul. It's a really good time to make a commitment to your highest self, to source. Okay, and this is about any sort of partnership that you tend to go into right now. It is, at this time, they're very harmonious and very powerful. Okay. Maybe there's a natural evolution in a relationship or in a connection, and it could even be a marriage in some sort of way. But it is, at the very least, a fulfillment of some sort of promise coming to form. Okay. But you have to be conscious of what you're committing to. Okay. So be clear about what you want in terms of what you're going to commit to and that responsibility that's involved in that. All right. So anything else that we need to keep in mind regarding that? Let's take a look. Anything that we need to keep in mind regarding this commitment card for Taurus for this week? What do we got? What's important for Taurus to keep in mind? Just to clarify this one a little bit and see what comes out. Yeah, you're actually focusing in on the past programming and choosing to focus in on your beliefs, that you choose your beliefs. No one else but you chooses your beliefs. And this is commitment perhaps to personal development with source. This could be, again, this even could be going into a partnership in terms of work or love, but this is recognizing the false stories and the commitment to overcome them. It's a 9 card, which tells me that it's coming to fruition. So this is getting rid of any sort of fake stories and external conditioning that may have been imposed upon you, that you are recognizing, and now you're making decisions that support your goal and how you want to live your world. So we're going to put this up here and keep this in mind, in terms of your read. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the read and see what comes out for you. Okay. So what comes out for Taurus? What's going to be important for Taurus? Okay. I just put all these cards straight up. So we're going to see what comes out for you. Okay. Let's take a look at what generally wants to come through. Okay. What do we get? What generally wants to come through for Taurus? I get the King of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and I do get the Queen of Cups. So I get a pair, okay? The King and Queen of Cups. Now you could resonate within one or the other. This is, if you're taking on all this energy, you're having authority over your emotions. You're being very intuitive. And there's a message of some sort of new beginning with the Page of Pentacles. So I feel that this is an opportunity for you to focus in on the manifestation of your ambition. You're being very goal-oriented, being very, loyal, and this could be, planning. You're being very dependable in terms of what it is that you do. So if you're taking on all that energy, that's what I'm getting. And it does talk about how your emotions are balanced and how you're using that intuitive approach along the way. Okay. You're loyal to something. And it could have to do with this commitment. It could be your life's work here. Okay. That I'm speaking to some, Tauruses out there. But if it's not that, then this is a couple committing to a new path. All right. And this could be the case. Committing to a new path of what you both manifest. It's not what one or the other. It's like you both, it's like, that your emotions are important and this person wants some sort of new beginning. And I feel it could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces is coming through. And I do get earth energy. But in any event, this is a new road to a manifestation that it looks like you both are agreeing upon. That blue is very loyal, right? It's kind of like that loyal energy that's coming through. So really beautiful, guys. So I do get that generally that's what's coming out for some of you. Anything more that wants to reveal itself coming through? Any other thing else that wants to come through for Taurus? Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. I get the Hermit card and the Ace of Cups. Wow. For some of you, you're really being resourceful, watching your coin, being very nurturing. You've gone within, you've actually seen the gem within you after taking some time out with Virgo energy. And now it's being able to passionately move forward. Okay. With the Ace of Cups, it's an opportunity for, intimacy, compassion, spirituality. This is emotional awakening in some sort of way. So you've had some sort of emotional awakening, or this could be the creativity within you that you are balancing things out, nurturing something. You've gone within and been very, very strong. You lead the path perhaps for others towards emotional awakening. Okay. And or this could be, like I said, a brand new beginning for you in some sort of way. Whatever the case may be, the emotions play a big role in this. And it's an opportunity after a deep introspection and going within, which is really kind of the tail end. I would say that 90% of you have already reached at the tail end of that. That then there's this new beginning with this, Pisces energy. And you see the fish there, and then you also see him with the fish kind of surrounding him. So I feel that there is new intimacy with someone that's coming through, or a new partnership, perhaps with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or someone's got Earth in their chart. What is it that you need to keep in mind in terms of what's coming through in the general read? What do you need to keep in mind? What do we get? This is, don't stress yourself out from trying to control something or fight against something. Let things unravel as they should, okay, is what I'm getting. So it is not about forcing something, but this is also saying is that if you've been feeling stressed out, Taurus, don't overburden yourself, okay? Have faith, don't overburden yourself and fight against the grain, or, try to row upstream rather than downstream. Don't try to, it could be that for some of you that have been stressed out, you are managing that and you're overcoming that, all right? For others, this is, don't overburden yourself with too many things, all right? And it's like, and what you can control, you can manage, but what you can't control, you let that go, okay? And stay away from any sort of, I don't know, it says some sort of fighting in some sort of way that comes through, okay? Just fighting against something that you can't control. This is just loving all of you and your balance. It wants you to stay in balance with that yin and yang energy, masculine and feminine energy. So it wants you to love your dark side, and accept that for greatest self-love, and because you've been going through some deep healing here, and it's paying off, and the world is just mirroring you. So so love all that you do. And if something that you don't like comes your way, just notice that within you about how you react and what that has to share with you. Okay. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay. All right. So that's the general read is what I'm getting. All right. And then let's go ahead and take a look at what comes through. I'm going to put these back into play here. Let's go ahead and take a look at what comes through in terms of your career and finance for Taurus. What's coming through for career and finance for Taurus? What do we get? Career and finance, what's most important for Taurus is to keep in mind during this week. Okay, what do we get? What do we get? Okay. Wow. Beautiful. Eight of Wands. We've got the Moon card coming through here, and then we've got the Two of Wands. Okay. Let's take a look at anything more. I feel that a lot of you are really focusing in on shooting towards the goal that you want. If something hasn't been changing, okay, if something hasn't been moving, well, hold on tight because it sure will. There's change already in the wind, all right? With the Eight of Wands, it tells me that there's an opportunity for a big shift and change, okay? So I think for you, it is about an opportunity for some sort of travel. It could be just movement in some sort of way, some sort of change that's going to bring in balance. All right. So, because this is a target, like it's like you got this. Like you already know what you want. It's like you got this. Okay. I mean, he's kneeling in the field and his bow is stretched like to the limit. And this is focusing in on the target, right across the field for him. So I feel that this is an opportunity for you to be focused at the task on hand. And we got that you're working really hard on that. And, in the initial read, but it's also making swift decisions and acting with courage. All right. So you're harnessing the power that's available to you during this change. And it is asking you to be patient in the process. Have faith. This is a 7 card. 7s are all about having faith. Okay. So have faith in the target that you've set off before yourself, that it's all going to come and prosper, that it wants you to have faith in this process. So if there's a career goal that you have in mind, it wants you to really focus in on targeting in on that, have a true intention and pure aim towards it, okay? And focus in on that. So if it was in reverse, it would be pause and wait. But no, this is having patience with your target that you have on, and you're waiting for signs, in the sky. Like you're gonna get some. You're pushing towards that, and you're waiting for the signs. Now, I do also get in terms of maybe what is blocking you is that things can't be seen. Like there's hidden things that you just can't see, right? And and that comes into play. That's definitely understandable. That there's nothing. There's a lot of things you can't control, and there's a lot of things you won't be able to see. But I think in what this talks about is that do not listen to the whispers, because it's like the light protects you when there's nothing but darkness around. So it's about focusing in on facing the dark side. And we talked about that, facing the dark side and loving that. So facing the dark side of you and dealing with uncertainty, but pay attention to your dreams. Okay. Yeah. So, it's like the darkness in this card is obscuring making the mystery happen, but the light is shining things on. It's like it wants you to face the dark. Her face is in the light, but she's facing towards the dark as well. So it's like face the dark and move forward in this and pay attention to your dreams. I get another 7 card to clarify. That's having faith about projections. All right. So usually if there's an unhealed wound within you, you might get upset with someone else because it's just being reflected right back at you. Okay. So there could be some sort of projection that's coming through. Anything more that's important in terms of your career? Observe. Even though things are hidden, it wants you to observe your dark side. And how perfect is this, right? You observe your dark side, and this is about making some sort of change of perspective. You're going to be gaining clarity with something as you observe the dark side. And this couldn't be more clear for you guys, okay? So in your career, if things can't, want you to look at the, where your triggers are, observing that, loving that part of you, but knowing that, perhaps you're going to change perspective, okay? You're taking responsibility for your life, and it's moving forward, and it's affecting your career. What else do I get moving forward? Now, I do get how you can move forward is develop a strategy in your career. So once you develop, with this 2 of Wands, some sort of strategy within a situation. So it could be that for a lot of you that you are you're interested into looking into what's out there in this world. Like, what can I go into? What industry? What is it that I want? This is like waiting for a return so you can see if what you did was worth it. So maybe the work that you put into something, And maybe you've been focusing in on doing something alone, and spending some time alone, that you are developing some sort of strategy. Okay. It's like a young man is like kind of on this veranda in some sort of way, right? And this wand is a glowing tip. It's like crystal, and it's about it's like he holds this wand to stabilize his position. And this is the globe is in there as well. And this is looking for the next situation. The sky brightens, but it's bringing in a new dawn. There's a new dawn and a new beginning of not having to do things alone in some sort of way. So for some of you, is to get the help that you need. You don't have to do it alone is very key. And trust the process along the way that you're guided towards. Use your intuition as you observe and trust the process, okay? Because I think that right now that you're having patience as you create your reality, and you're living your life by design, whether it's something that's never been done before or something that you're doing in a different way. You have amazing experience here, Taurus. I mean, this is you have a freedom lifestyle, and this is for a lot of you. This is what you want, and there is infinite potential for this. So create your reality, observe, and trust the process along the way. And if you have any kind of side, blocks along this process, just know that that is there, so you can gain the knowledge as you move forward. Okay. Everything always works out, even though if there's a bump in the road, because it always means that either something's better on the horizon, or that this is something that you need to learn. But have total confidence in the universe to put you in the right direction. What is it that you need to be aware of? Anything more that comes through? Call on your runners. So call on your angels for guidance. And ask your spirit helpers in the process, right? And check in with your vibe to make sure you're not going off track, okay? And this is check in with your vibe and decide if you are in a crossroads. For some of you, it could be at a crossroads and making a choice on something. Check your vibe and make sure that you're focusing in on, on a strong vibe there. Ask for help if you need it in terms of this takeoff, but it's time to decide, okay? Call on your angels for the help that you need, right? It's about it's time to color in your life. Just stay in your own skin and be true to you. And you could be having some sort of role model. Maybe there's a mentor, or you're being a mentor towards others, but it's about, if you have something that's blocking you, walk it off, make a note of it, right? But then meditate on that and be able to cloak yourself in that beautiful light, okay? So in your career, a lot of you could be making a choice in terms of a career. Some of you are creating your own business right now, and it's a time for you to pen this in, develop a strategy for this, and it's no more working alone. For some of you, maybe you want to work alone, so it could go either way within here, okay? But that's what I am getting that's coming through that needs to be kind of focused in on, okay? So if you need time to decide what it is, take some time and seek some solitude within that, okay? Anything else that comes through, let's take a look and focus in on love for you, okay? What's going out in love for Taurus? What does Taurus need to know about their love life? What do we get for Taurus? Okay, love life for Taurus this week. What wants to come out that's most important? What do we get? Six of Pentacles, making sure that there's equal give and take, and the Queen of Swords and Eight of Swords. So I think that it's about seeing something from a different perspective, okay? And this is having control to be able to do that as you focus in on your legacy with the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel for some of you, it's about maybe someone's helping you, or you're helping someone in terms of, the coin. Maybe it's giving and receiving to balance out the scales. Could be done with a Libra, but I also get a lot of Gemini, Aquarius, and all Earth energy. But what I'm getting is that you are balancing things out. And if it's not balanced, it's almost like you kind of cut it out because you see that's important, because you don't want to be trapped, right? You don't want to be trapped. You're in control of that now with the King of Pentacles, and you're focused on your legacy. So how you view love is very much coming from a different way because of the knowledge that you've gained by overcoming your past programming here. So there is you see you're on a new path. The Ace of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. So this just tells me that there's a manifestation of prosperity and new opportunities for abundance and new resources as you move forward. So new opportunities in love. Okay. So anything more about this, because I feel this is you kind of taking on and having control of your legacy. You don't want love to muck up what's going on for you. And I don't know if that happened before in terms of your work life, but anything you need to know about this perspective change. I do get exhaustion, I do get participation, and I do get politics. So maybe about participation into something has to do with politics. People are wearing different masks and you're kind of exhausted with participating in office politics. So then what? And this is about integrating, the kind of balancing things out and maybe making some sort of compromise. All right. So for some of you, there could be a compromise in a relationship. This is maybe that there is, the participation in a relationship. It's like no longer wearing masks. You're exhausted with the old way of being. And it's about integrating and balancing things out with a masculine and feminine. Okay. Now this could be you taking on this energy and celebrating, but I feel that you're kind of going through some sort of compromise between you and another person. And then there's some sort of celebration that happens. So there's a celebration that comes through that it really brings something very exciting: friendships, community gatherings, and social events. So something's coming through within that. Okay. So with that, I feel that there's an opportunity for celebration. Give me more on the celebration. You're receiving what you need. Yeah, you're moving on. You're closing out something, and you're already receiving what you need. So there's some sort of celebration, all right. And it's like it's the timing of things, and you're focusing in on your self-worth, all right. And you're focusing in on your shadow work and self-appreciation. You're celebrating with others. For some of you, love may be there, and you might have to make a choice. But it's not going to get in the way of you taking care of you, because before maybe it did, but now it won't, because you got the Queen of Swords here and you got the self-indulgence here, right? And the timing is already now here, that everything that you have, you realize that you could get the love for you, and then a relationship is just like the icing on the cake, but you know what you're looking for. Like there's no codependency. It's like this is like no possession, no controlling, no obsession. That's addiction. That's like more like that codependent type thing. Energy is coming through here. And I feel that you're moving beyond that. Okay. So anything more that's going to be key for you in your love life? What do we got? Get grounded. Yeah. Put your feet on the ground, get grounded, be generous. That's what this Six of Pentacles is here for. And what else? Feed your spirit. Like something about you is like you're doing a sound check, a vibe check on your spirit. And you're not going to let anything get into the way of the beat of your own self in taking care of you. Okay. Is there anything else that comes through for you? But I'm getting you're focusing in on you. Now there could be a compromise between you and another person, but I'm getting a lot of air energy and earth energy is what I'm getting through the whole thing. All right. Any other spread that wants to come through in terms of love? Anything else that wants to come through? Who's coming towards you? Getting rest, balancing things out, no push and pull. So this could be a message from a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo about a transformation, and a Queen of Wands. So interesting. Someone's balancing something out, from the push and pull that they've had in their life in terms of a relationship, and they're on a new path and a new beginning, and they've transformed. I do get fire energy coming through, and then what else? And they're balancing things out in their home life. Okay, so it could be, and then they're ready for Ace of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The person that's coming towards you is balancing things out, within their home, but they've also, I'm getting Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, a lot of fire. fire, water, and earth, all of it. There was a push and pull before, and there were connections, and they're off to a brand new beginning, okay? And Queen of Pentacles, this is you, with you. What do we need to know about this person that's coming towards Taurus? That they follow their bliss and they do what inspires them. They enjoy friends, but they balance. It's about they don't they deal with their emotions. They master their energy and vibration. That they focus in on combining their talent with their passion. They live their dreams and helping others. This could be someone that helps others. Now, this could be someone that you meet within your circle. Perhaps you do the same thing. But I do get they focus on happiness and they focus in on manifestation, right? And to gain clarity, right? And they take responsibility for their life. So I feel that that's coming through. They could have been heartbroken in the past in some sort of way, okay? Anything else? They could be involved in music, okay? And everything about them is all about balancing and having patience, okay? And they do have a lot of compassion, guys, that's coming through. I do get that they have a lot of compassion, all right? And I do get through this that they focus in on, when they need guidance and such, they do seek solitude, but give me more. They're focused on fulfillment. I don't know, I feel that they see you as a wish fulfillment, and that's what they're going towards, all right? A masculine energy with wish fulfillment on their mind. And what else? And this is about looking at the past, and they're inspecting. They could be, they could be that someone could be watching you in some sort of way. But I do get celebration. This could be someone about that celebration that's coming true. And this could be some of you are involved within a twin flame or some sort of connection, because they get karma, balance, and justice. So there could be, coming together. It could be no longer a regret repressing oneself, stamping out control tactics, and being able to nurture a relationship or situation. Interesting. I'm not getting a lot coming through here. How interesting is that? Let me just go ahead and give you any sort of guidance within the next, within that wants to come through, and we'll close this out. Interesting. It doesn't want you to expect in a connection or situation. It wants you to just trust your intuition and love, Taurus, okay? Give without expectation and lead by example. Lead by what it is that you want. Don't, like for instance, and this will be just an example, okay? If you control, don't control another, right? Lead by example. And so give without expectation, equal give and take. Don't focus in on just everything's got to be balanced. This is, don't do it. Don't obviously give to where you feel emptied and depleted of your energy and in some sort of toxic, situation. I'm not saying that. I'm saying is that don't give in order to always receive. Give and then let go, right? So it's about, I think that's going to be very, very key. Like attracts like, so it wants you to remind that. Lead by example, trust your intuition, and it is, make sure that you express your feelings within this process, okay? Something about patience is a virtue, okay, guys? So that's what I'm getting as well that wants to come through in terms of your energy. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Note your comments, like, and subscribe. Until next time, namaste.